Hi, my name's Costas.
Hi, I'm Chris.
Welcome to this week's episode of the weekly magazine. We are back.
We are back.
We never had a show last week.
Doubly back.
Of course, I have to blame it all on Chris.
It's all my fault.
It's all Chris's fault.
Because I'm working too hard.
Yeah, well,
No comment, Your Honour.
yeah. Well, it is his fault anyway.
It is
never mind. No, we had loads going on last week. We never had an opportunity. We didn't have an opportunity to film a show.
It's true. So
But
it's good, kind of, in a way.
We are back, but during our week,
During
away,
our absence.
we got inspired.
We did get inspired.
But anyway,
We'll get back to
we'll
that.
get back to that. Yeah. So we have 3 products to give a once over this week.
Would you?
One is Strongman by Jimmy Strange.
We have Rock, Paper, Lies by Jay Di Biase. Is that a rhyme?
And at the table, I have Lecture by Rick Merrill.
Wait. Ricky boy.
And we have
Yes.
a word of the week.
It was such a mystery word that you couldn't find it.
That's it.
So I have never seen this mystery word before. Let's have a look.
Be careful, it's see-through as well, I think. So
Okay. Oh, it is a bit. No looking.
I'm not going to look. I don't want to know what it is.
Ah. Okay. Yes. I can see how. Yes.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
It does make sense.
Makes a lot of
okay.
sense.
Yes. It's gonna go there.
Cool.
And you guys will find out in due course.
So let's get on with this week's show. The first once over this week is Strongman by Jimmy Strange. Let's watch the official trailer and we'll come back and discuss it.
This is your strongman gimmick. Want to take a closer look? Good. At any moment, your spectators can feel that this bolt and nut are indeed solid. Yet, you're able to do this. Can you bend that? I mean, like, those are real bolts, right?
Yeah,
So hold out your right finger. You can go like this. Here. Here. Like, go like this. See, it's kind of bending just a little bit. Just like that. Here, put, here, rub on the bottom side. We'll see if you can.
Crazy, bro. How the do that?
Okay.
Why you got on the
You may think that this involves a switch. It doesn't. All you need is this.
What the heck?
It's really easy to perform, and it resets in an instant. Show off your strength. Be a strong man.
blown in?
Strongman by Jimmy Strange. Now, I heard about this and I also knew what the method was. However, when the method was explained to me, I had assumptions in my head. And when they came in and I took it out, the great thing about this, I couldn't figure out how it worked.
Yes, because you get sort of an extra gimmick with it.
No, that's only for the first version.
First version.
The first batch, you
Right.
get an additional gimmick for something else.
To get on it.
But the great thing is, even though I knew how it worked, I couldn't operate it.
Oh, right.
Because I wasn't trying too hard as such. So it's a great thing, because if it's handed to a spectator, they would have done exactly the same thing I would have done.
If it's magician proof, it's spectator proof.
So absolutely. So that 100% that this is spectator proof.
Because I came in today, in fact, and you were like, "Have you seen this?" And I was like, "No, I haven't. What is it?" And he's like, "Check it out." So I did. I did the exact same thing. And I was like, "It's exactly what it appears to be." Which it is.
Which is basically a nut and bolt, and this nut screws on and off and stuff, and then the magician is able to bend it and then fix it, and you can hand it out to a spectator again for examination.
And the cool thing about that, sorry to interrupt, because I'm excited, there's no switch.
No, there's no switch
no
at all.
switch.
And the
So you can
beauty of
bend.
this, it's so realistic. And without going into the method of this,
Secrets.
I'm really surprised of how well this is made, because when you know the method and you look at this and you handle it and you realise it's solid, the amazing thing is you're looking at something that is something completely different.
Right,
if that makes sense.
You are handling the gimmick, which is a weird thing to think
Yeah, and
about.
what the
in
gimmick
plain
actually
sight.
is even more impressive when you work it.
True.
Because it does look like a nut and bolt. Well, effectively it is to a spectator.
Yeah.
But you can get into bending it and everything. It's not the cheapest thing out there. However, if you like something that is not card related, is not coin related or mentalism based, and you want something completely different, Strongman is ideal. If you like the bending type effects, if you do a coin bend or you do a spoon bend and you want something else to bend, this is really, really good.
Yeah.
Again, it's one of these things that I said to myself, I'm not talking about why haven't I'm talking about why hasn't anyone in the magic community come up with this idea before? Because if you think about it, once you know the method, actually
it makes
very,
total sense.
very simple. It makes total sense. Why hasn't anyone come up with it?
So I'm still fascinated by the fact that even though I know, what it is, that you can still you can thread that through and all works as a normal. It's confusing.
Really
It's confusing because I know what the method is.
The explanations are taught by Ben Williams, and he gives you quite a few ideas of doing this.
Stop fiddling now.
So there's going to have something in there that's going to whet your appetite to actually go down that route.
I agree.
Personally, I will keep it simple myself. I will probably, have it amongst other nuts and bolts, which is also explained by Ben Williams.
Yeah.
And just, pick one out and go ahead and bend it type thing, and you can give it out for examination at the end. And it does look like a genuine.
Mr. Jimmy Strange, you have come up with a very clever, deceptive, and
now if I listen to rumours as well, he's even got better ideas coming out in the future.
Ooh, I'm very excited.
So it's
that is very exciting.
It's really it's fascinating seeing how magic is evolving and becoming like a James. This is like a James Bond thing.
It is. No, I know. I sort of know what you mean. And it's also a visual gimmick that is that's workable. That's usable.
Absolutely. This is something that James Bond would have, for example, that looks ordinary, but does something amazing.
Does something extraordinary.
Right in front of them. Someone can hold this and handle it and not realise it does something extra.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
I like
fires a
this.
secret bullet.
We like our James Bond gimmicks on this show. That is Strongman by Jimmy Strange,
Yeah.
and it is a strong effect.
I highly recommend it if you like something different. It's actually very easy to perform as well. It's not difficult. Spend 15-20 minutes playing around with it, handling it. You'll be able to perform it straight away after that, because it's not that much learning to do, apart from you need to get your routining sussed and all that kind of stuff. Again, as in Strongman by Jimmy Strange, it's a very strong effect as well.
It is. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. This is Rock, Paper, Lies. And let's have a look at the official trailer and have a talk about it afterwards.
2, 1, action. Here, that's magic.
Hi, this is Luca Volpe, and Rock, Paper, Lies is one of my favorite propless mentalism routines. Imagine this, a game of rock, paper, scissors, even an imaginary game. There is only one winner, and you will be able not only to spot the winner in what items they selected, but also who is lying and who is telling the truth. No pre-show, nothing written down. Jay Di Biase came up with an amazing improvement on a classic. For me, this is propless mentalism on steroids. Okay? You can be also the same role. Okay, so I'm gonna turn around again. I don't know, maybe you can do some signal, to choose, because you gotta do silently. I don't want to listen. Okay. Like, for example, you guys didn't choose the same role. You chose a different role. And I think you're a truth teller, you're a liar, right?
Yes.
And I think you won the game.
Yes.
You lost, I'm sorry. And I think you won with scissors against paper.
Yes.
Thank you
Right.
guys. Thank you. Because you won, right?
Yeah.
And exactly, you won with paper against rock.
Yes. Exactly.
Thank you.
Wow. Well done.
Now you've just seen the trailer for Rock, Paper, Lies, obviously. It's confusing to talk about in the sense that you're talking about something that seems so impossible that it's hard to explain. That sounds stupid, but because it is what it is.
There's something we need to mention beforehand. You won't see a full performance of this.
True. That is
because you will be able to sort of...
You could reverse engineer.
Yeah, and because it's video, you can play it back so many times until you figure it out, and come to some form of conclusion and be able to copy or mimic the performance.
That's true. You could just, if it was a full thing, you could just do the exact
but
same thing.
when you perform it to a spectator, they can't do that. So,
No.
but this is very strong. It's basically taken a Banachek idea and taken it that step further and made it so much stronger. It's very easy to do.
It is very easy to
you
do.
need to learn the process, learn the principles behind it, which again is not that difficult. If you like this kind of stuff, it will be very easy for you. And it's a really strong effect.
It is. I love the added ending. It's part of the routine, but the added ending where you can figure out who won with what. That confused me a bit.
No, absolutely.
And even though I know the basic method because of this and other things, That threw me at the end, and I just thought, well, how did you? Until you watch it, and it is very well explained, and they go through it with a person, and each individual steps and outcomes that could happen. So it's very well thought out, explained. It's not like, oh, just do this, and if this person does this, they go through it step by step.
The beauty of something like this is that you don't carry anything with you.
No, I love that.
So you can, once you learn this, you are ready to perform it.
I totally agree.
Which is great. So, you know, if you go out the house and you ain't got a pack of cards with you, or ain't got, you know, whatever else, and you want to show a magic trick, then you can perform rock, paper, lies, you got something really, really strong.
And it's taught in a way that feels like it's a method that's been passed down for generations, that people have overlooked and like, been taught by an old monk somewhere in Tibet. It seems like one of those sort of, you know, I love it. I love these sorts of effects where it's propless, there's no stooges, there's no dual reality, and it's all self-contained in your head.
No, absolutely. And what I really like about this is Jay Di Biase has taken something and turned it on its head and made it so much stronger. It's such a really, really great product. Well done.
Yeah, rock, paper,
really like this.
lies.
The third once over is the At the Table Live lecture with Rick Merrill. Let's watch a performance of Chris performing one of the effects on here, and we'll come back and discuss the effect and the lecture as well.
Mr. Monk, I would like you to do me the honour of picking a card, any card, and just to make sure it is yours, I have a Sharpie for you. You do me the honour of putting your name on the card. Magic, magic, it's magic. Throw your card back there. Oh, look, perfect. And now for the first piece of magic. Just like so. Hopefully, with a snap of the finger, just like that, one card jumps straight to the top, and that should look something like Costas's. Amazing. So Costas, put your hand out flat like a table. You can hold on to your 5 of clubs. You put your other hand on top. Perfect. I am going to use another card. I will use the 4 of diamonds. Now, I have always been a fan...
4 of spades.
4 of spades. Colorblind today. The 4 of spades. Now, I have always been a fan of the trick metamorphosis. Not just the player metamorphosis, but the trick metamorphosis. So I thought, but I can't afford, you know, sexy assistants or big production stuff. So I thought I would do a close-up version for you today. So the 4 of spades. The 4 of spades goes in my mouth. Now I'm going to shut up for your viewing pleasure. And I think that is Costas's. And if you open your hand up...
Yay!
Hey! And you've seen a very, very short trick from this lecture, which is full of great routines and stuff like that. But this was just a quick trick, and it's quite silly. For us magicians, it's not necessarily anything that's like, ooh, technically advanced or anything. But it's sort of a nice twist on just a regular transpo, and I quite like. I like adding elements to like ambitious cards or transpos like that, and just new ideas. So it's based around the old and sort of backstories as well. I like stories based around, you know, metamorphosis and the Pendragons making it famous, and that sort of stuff, and then just doing sort of a close-up version is quite cheeky and quite fun.
It's nice to spectators. It's a really strong effect.
It is. They've got, you know, a card in their hand, and it changes, and then yours visually changes into their signed card. It's nice.
Now, the thing that we can say about Rick Merrill, he is a world champion in close-up magic.
Correct.
He won FISM, and he won it with a Sharpie Act. When I first saw the Sharpie Act, it's one of the few things that I probably watched quite a few times, one after each other, because it was so good that this guy managed to win a competition like FISM with Sharpies.
But that just proves how well thought out his stuff is.
The choreography is amazing. His productions, his sleeving, everything combined is just class.
So we would also say go find it on the internet, watch it. It's brilliant. Just aesthetically pleasing.
I would think if you put Rick Merrill FISM
I'm
on
sure
YouTube, you'll find it. It's that he does with Sharpies.
It's great.
I'd be surprised if someone watches it and doesn't think.
I gotta watch that again.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really good, and it covers sleeving as well.
Yes, he does. He does coin tricks. He does a nice productions of 3 coins, which then change into like a Mexican centavo, and
he does a few card tricks as well.
He does a nice ace production, which then sort of turns into sort of a XCM cut, but then the XCM cut has the kicker ending where all the packets are is a royal flush, which is quite nice. One of the other ones which I quite like, which I'm going to steal and learn, it's a combination of a triumph and an ambitious card, which is quite nice. It's very clean, ambitious card into this. It's a very, very smooth transition between the two, and I like combining those things, as I've talked about with my love for ambitious card.
Excellent. And again, if you want something different, he touches on elements that you don't usually come across in these lectures.
Correct.
For example, sleeving and stuff, and you are taught and it's discussed by,
Someone who does it very, very,
someone
very
that
well.
does it very well, and he's a world champion in this kind of stuff as well. So,
yes. And also his dry sense of humor is quite fun just to relax to. He's got a good gag where he pulls a selected card out of his sock, and there's a gag that comes with it, which I won't ruin for you because it's quite a surprise.
Is that the gag about the monk?
No, I think the gag about the monk comes later when he talks about FISM.
Winning the monk competition.
But, watch it for yourself and learn all about the monk.
No idea what he's talking about anyway.
I don't either.
And that's the once over
That's
for
Rick Merrill.
Rick Merrill's At the Table Live lecture. Okay, our word of the week. I believe it's very obvious. Write your responses below on YouTube, wherever you see this video.
Yep.
Put it below, and we'll find you, and we'll enter you into the hat to actually win a really cool prize. So the once-overs this week was Strongman by Jimmy Strange. Highly recommended if you like that something different.
Yep. We had Rock, Paper, Lies, which you saw the trailer for. Great piece of mentalism.
And the At the Table Live lecture by Rick Merrill.
Brilliant.
Until next time.
Bye.
What? That's so real. So how did I get that one?
Yeah, go on. That was good.
Thank you. You're most welcome anytime.
My man Chris is mate.
In this case, it's rocking some sick shades.
I have a prediction here in this envelope, and I'd like you to hold on to it. Don't let me near it. In fact, put it in your top pocket. Brilliant. Perfect. Pass it all the way down. Nicely done. Perfect. In the hat. And I also have a pack of cards. Now the pack of cards, we're gonna split about halfway, just like so. Now this is up to you. You've got a choice of 2 piles. Which pile would you like to use?
Whatever one it is.
Yeah, which one do you want? You want that one?
Yeah.
I want to use that one.
You want to use that one? Okay. Put your phone down. Perfect. Hold that. I'll hold this like so. Now, we're gonna put the pile behind our back in one moment. I know, a little finicky. We're gonna go through, we're gonna find one card. Doesn't matter what it is, you can't look at it. You're gonna turn it face up and you're gonna put it back in the pack.
Okay.
So you've got one reverse card somewhere in the pack, but we don't know what it is. Okay, behind the back, I'll do the same. Perfect, and it should be mine. Perfect.
So I'm going to swap packs with you. So you have my pile, and what I'd like you to do is spread my pile and just see which card that I turned face up, and I'll spread yours, show you which card you turned over. 5 of hearts, 8 of clubs. Not a match by any chance, but we did have the prediction to begin with. So if you take out the envelope, pass it back to Dan. Perfect.
Give it over, yeah.
And open it up, and hopefully this should be, look at that. So we've got the 3 of clubs and the 4 of diamonds. That's pretty good. Now, here's the interesting thing. The prediction is actually from the deck we are using. These are red backed. These are red backed. So the card that you turned over is from a different pack.
Okay, no, I didn't see that.
And if you have a look at the card, that is also from a different pack. You were destined to pick these cards. Do you know why? Do you know why you were destined? Because if you actually turn over the cards, turn them all over, they're all entirely blank. That they are all. That they are all.
What? That's surreal. I'm hard to impress with these. Wow. So you're not going to tell me?
No.